Hi
Hi
guys.
guys, welcome to the Good Gal podcast.
Yeah, I don't even know what episode this is.
I swear, I don't know neither. Me find out after, but this is the quarantine edition. As you can see, I'm bright. Jodi's dark. Um,
I'm future, I joke.
she can't afford JPS. You don't know,
No, I'm not a professional, so guys, bear with me.
but I could not bother to do my hair. She can bother. For the people who are listening on audio, I have on a hat right now. Did not want to unwrap my head tie. So this is what you are going to get.
It's the black in you. It's fine.
Yes, it's the black woman in me. Anyways, welcome to another episode and jumping right in. Yes.
So the goodie of the week, guys. Our goodie of the week is a Gabriella Morris. Yeah, she's the youngest. Huh?
I was saying big up yourself.
Oh, she's like the youngest Jamaican to be called to Senate. Is so?
Yes.
I think so. I don't know these political terms, but I believe that's what it is.
Sworn in. I think sworn in is the right terminology, but she's very beautiful. She's a black woman and she's 23 and she's sworn into Senate, stepping on next. Period.
Next, all of them next year. And guys, she also ran recently to be the UE Guild president. So UE is one of our local universities, top universities in Jamaica, and she wanted to be a part of the guild and she wanted to be the president of the guild. She wasn't successful in that campaign. However, as one door closes, another one opens. So I love to see it. I mean, this is bigger, better things. I mean, come on. Like, who would have thought? Like, I'm sure she was just like, who would have thought, like, crying in her bed, probably wondering why I never got this presidency. But God was just like, no.
Our dogs are the ghettoest thing in life. I'm sorry to cut your speech, but my dogs are so ghetto. Like, I cannot stand them. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay, guys.
But yeah, the person, I'm glad
first special guest.
Huh?
They're probably our first special guest. So hi.
We're gonna get to work. So with that work on some guests before the whole quarantine and lockdown. Because a lot of you guys don't know. So I actually record the podcast at my house. So I am very corona crazy. So that ain't happening. So like we had like a whole, because we have a section for guests, because we had like a whole plan for how our guest set would look versus how our regular set would look. For the people who will watch on video. So yeah, we're kind of saddish, but we're gonna get a virtual guest soon.
Yes.
We'll announce it in time. But yes, the goodie of the week, Gabrielle, big up yourself.
Yeah.
Doing big things, and as one gone, one ban. What is
and
I wish for you
in her tenure doing and I hope she makes a huge impact on the society, on
don't make the man, and you know seem like the type still for make the man them undermine you. You're not seem like the type.
Wow.
Talk about
watch me going to a feminist rant. I can't.
I'm sorry. Talk about your clean mouth. You ever hear them politicians you talk? Them nasty.
Let's
talk about your clean mouth. Yes. Especially the woman's rights. May I look to your girl because you're young. You're in the streets and know where I go through. Yes, but anyways, not to be too me. So you are tuned into the Good Gal podcast with Renee and Jodi.
Yeah.
And we are going into the trending topics. But dog, them not stop, like them just not stopping. No,
so we're gonna go with the punches. At this point, they're background music.
2020 is just rolling with the punches.
Right.
That's all.
Yes.
Sorry, the trending topics this week is, what will you say now? It is, does wealth have a look?
Have a look, yes.
Does wealth have a specific look? So where's it coming from?
I mean, from the beginning of time. Anyways, it's always a notion that black people, they love to show their wealth in their material things, such as their clothing, the name brand outfits, and the name brand vehicles, and the ice that they'd wear. And for me, I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it's coming from like African time where I don't know.
We wore a lot of jewelry and all of that back in the day.
That's the time I would, if I remember correctly, I think that's where it's formed from, the theory. However, there's always this comparison with us and the Caucasians, that, you know, they don't wear their wealth.
White people. Yeah.
Yes, they don't wear their wealth. Similarly, I always say, look at Steve Jobs. He just wears like a polo shirt and some jeans and some flip flops or some Sperry's to work. Like, why are we dressing up in Fendi and Prada? And it's just like, because we can. But also, I mean, I can see both sides. I can see both sides of the story, because I also want to know that, all right, we'll make it in life. It's always a notion that we have, even from growing up, like, oh, you're on the best, you have to look your best, especially if you like go to a reunion, like you see your family for the first time, and like the whole year, you're going for Christmas, and you have to dress old, have to, from head to toe, have to be nice. And I think it from a point of like, oh, we need to impress, we need to show how what we're doing. And I don't know if it's something that another culture shares. I can't speak to other cultures. But
so
yeah.
where this is originally coming from is, so this week Barita Investments would have put out so Barita Investments, if for those listening across the diaspora or in the, we're trying to go international.
It's a local investment company.
It's a local, so it's a Jamaican investment company who basically handle investments, and they did this side-by-side crazy picture where they said that this person has on his big chains, he has on jewelry, he has on name brands, and this person didn't, and he invested his money and all of that. Probably they knew it would be risky marketing, but we're here talking about Barita, so they kind of
they did something right.
They did something right? Because they have an APO coming out. See? Mm-hmm. So so what I think is, I think it depends on the person, because I have seen, even though Steve Jobs example, I have seen them take a picture of Steve Jobs and they said that, like, they showed him, or it was Mark Zuckerberg. So they're always using Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg or one of them. But when you look at it, even though these people are dressing simply, they're inexpensive. He had on a white T-shirt that was valued at like 1,200 US. I don't know about you, but me not buy no white T-shirt for more than $5.
Facts.
Yes, you understand what I'm saying? I barely want to spend $1,000 Jamaica. So I think that it's just everybody. I think white people are more simplistic in style. I think black people our dressing is a part of our cultural expression. As you said, I think it comes from the days of Africa, of whatever. I think there's a difference between wanting to look nice and being a flashy person. So to me, I don't have a problem if you want dress.
It's a thin line, for us.
I don't have a problem if you want dress like a back foot every day. If you want to wear full purple, full blue, whatever you want to do, just make sure you can afford it. That's where my problem lies. If you're out there buying things that you can't afford, right?
But you need to explain the rest of the graphic.
Okay. So the rest of the graphic, let me find it, right? But yes, what I'm saying is, I just don't like the fact that you are, touching on things that's where my problem lies. Yeah.
So
the graphic.
Because I mean, it causes some type of frenzy on the internet.
So it says, so the graphic says, right? For the people on video, I'm gonna put it up here. So it says rich in quotations versus wealth builder, right? So rich, they put blur. Okay, so they couldn't use the name brand names, but I'm gonna say what they were trying to say because I guess it's a sponsored ad or whatever. 31,873 Burberry. Armani Exchange jacket for $97,000, $91,000 Fendi shirt, 40,000 Cartier, Cartier, it's literally Cartier, sorry. Cartier belt, $753,000 Rolex, 79,000 Saint Laurent jeans, and 108,000 Balenciaga. So they have net worth 217,000, impulsive spender, no financial planning, spends to impress others, in serious debt. Then they have the wealth builder whose shirt is, I don't know what am I trying to say, yes, Jesus, I don't know what that is. 2,897 for his shirt. The Tommy Hilfiger, so he has on a Tommy Hilfiger belt for 1,500. Sorry, wow, ghetto. So he sorry. So then they have boho jeans. They said muhu. I guess they mean boohoo or whatever. For 2,000, and then they have Desert Clarks for 7,000 something, and they're like net worth 11,384,000. Disciplined investor seeks financial budget, sticks to budget, seeks out opportunities like Barritos APO.
So I think the frenzy that they cause is like a lot of people were just kind of like, why can't you have nice things and also still be fiscally responsible? And so that's what it led to. It's also like Black people always just spend the money and them never save it, them can't invest in and smart with money. But it's also could have been that
the graphic
he could have said
is let me tell you, wanna put white people, wanna use white
pedestal.
Everything else. No, wanna use light skin white characters because it's a cartoon drawing for those listening on audio. Wanna use white cartoon drawing. Wanna make sure to put two black man, like it's two dark skin figures where you can shit them color. It is a cartoon animation and them use two black man. One can use two white figure when like wanna use for everything else. But don't understand.
But I mean, my issue is not even like that. But it's also like, why do we put white people on a pedestal? And it's like, yeah, y'all never seen white people living out of trailers, because I see it all the time.
Bro, did you watch 8 Mile? Like, did you watch 8 Mile?
They don't always like invest.
Eminem couldn't breed me in this, so Kim too good. Couldn't breed me in this, so I'm not I don't talk.
They don't always invest. They don't always make smart decisions either. But it's always just like, we always want to.
Hello? Have you seen Trump supporters? Them don't live nowhere. Them don't live. But I'm just saying, I think, let me tell you, I think they were trying to make a statement with the APO, which they, as I said, they did. I hope they don't believe the things that they said, because people can have money and buy them things. How you know, sir? I never work hard and invest my money already, and I said these are the fruits of my labor.
These are the dividends. That's how you used to make this, because it could actually have been flipped that way. And the dividends that you would have earned from the investments that you made at an early age is what allowed you to indulge in these luxury pieces. Like, it could be so many ways, but I think it actually stemmed from all the discussions that you've been seeing online with like Birkins and girls that just
Birkin crazy. Yo, I can't bother. So let me tell you, there's that too. There's two types. There's a situation wherein, yes, people are flashy and people are so there's a situation where people are flashy and people are unnecessary spenders, because you have the girl them where them don't have no money but them have these bags, right, and these things. So it's like, but on the flip side, I was saying to Jodi earlier, that on the flip side, like a lot of these girls, or this craze that you see of girls having money or like spending a bag on a Birkin, because for people who don't know, let me tell you the Birkin store. So you can't just go into a Hermes. So Birkin is a Hermes brand. You can't just go into a store and buy a Birkin bag, for those who know. You have to be put on it's a waiting listing, and they only make, so say they only make 100 for the year. They only make a certain amount, like every year, every 2 years. I don't know how it works, but I just know that's a limitation. They only make a limited amount, right? So, and then additionally, the cheapest Birkin bag is 25,000 US. Last I checked, I think it's either in the 20s to the 30,000 US. That's
a deposit.
That's like 3 or 4 million Jamaican dollars. That's a car. That's a house. You understand? So me just tell you straight on the podcast, if me see no Jamaican girl that Birkin, me I go say it fake. I'm in a bad mind. But me, as a person, or in a Caribbean girl, I'm sorry, me I go say it fake. Shoot me. Because Unless you have, like my sister, you have a real. So to me, but then the thing is, a lot of these girls aren't buying this shit. So they're not the ones buying it. So because some of them have rich men, right? But you have rich man who is not willing to give you money. They're just willing to spend. They're willing to buy a trip. They're willing to pay for your Birkin because them have it, but them just not willing to spend and invest in you, right? So not everything
But
people
investment in
buy.
itself, those bags can what, double or triple in value,
Yeah.
I
But
guess.
then the man them too. The man them to Jody, because you have man, yo, how much Jamaican man have sugar mama offering? Or Caribbean men. That's their thing. 90-day fiance. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I feel like the craze, so I feel like it doesn't, but why do we like material things so much? Like, why do bags and those things just make your head go?
Because I feel like it's just stuff that we grow up and learn, and we just know that, oh, well, this is a sign of success. This is a sign that you're doing okay with yourself. You're working your money or whatever, and you're comfortable in life. You're able to now extend yourself to luxury. This is, I don't know, it's something I just always see. I mean, it wasn't instilled like that in me, but I mean, I always, was advised you have to be presentable all the time, which is great because I mean, yes, please, but like maybe not to like the parts of like luxury, like that's not what in my tax bracket right now. So
Yeah. There's certain, all right, me up a policy though. There's certain things me not buy for myself. Like if I get it, oh thank you, baby. But I ain't buying it for myself.
it's
You'll
true.
never see me. Yo, no coulda say I coulda rich, I coulda be a billionaire. I'm not buying. Like I just feel like when you know, when you know the value of money, it's just very hard for you to say, or like I just can't imagine. But then I don't judge people for spending their money, right? Because
Good.
people spend within their tax brackets. Because look at
That's
the same bracket thing.
again. Well, we
Like Cardi B
think
and Offset, right? Yeah, like Cardi B and Offset. You were mentioning that, like they bought their. What do you think about them buying their what 3-year-old or 4-year-old a birthday?
well, it's wild. Not something that I would do or recommend. The only thing that I can think about is the fact that this bag is like an investment. But was it a mini size or was it like an adult size bag?
I think it was I think it was a smaller one. The smaller one was still big for her.
Okay.
I actually have a different sentiment. Let me tell you. You know the meme when them say give your daughter everything so that when she gets older she won't be impressed by a Miami trip from your dusty son. I
No,
think
I don't.
well, that's a meme. Very popular meme. Or meme, as Mr. Vegas would say. Very popular. So basically, I think that when you, because in my experience, right, I grew up around a lot of upper echelon people, right? So these people had money. These people were, me depend to the two side of the fence. Them. So me always have people around me of different classes, especially in Jamaica. I feel like it's not like in the US or in other places. Like rich people always their own rich people. In Jamaica, I feel like everybody mixes because I feel like Jamaica is or Caribbean is not like that. So the uptown and the downtown, like everybody mixes. Anyways, so seeing those people, a lot of these girls, even though their families had money, they never got like. So yeah, your family have money, so you're comfortable, you get everything you need, money wise, you're good, health, all of that, health insurance, like just those basic living things. But you weren't, yeah, them get clothes and all of that, but your parents never did that buy you Louis Vuitton every month, or yeah, they probably buy a one and two, but they weren't buying it in excess, like the lifestyle that you're seeing being portrayed online. So what happens is these girls grow up and they when a man presents a Louis Vuitton bag to them every week, them frightened for them something that even though them grow up with means, them still frightened. You don't think of the girl them when I have it frightened, but a lot of these girls who grow up with things still frightened. So I think him doing that was it goes, but I don't think it's just about the look of wealth. I think it's the ideology that you don't need to take things like you're used to this, like you've been in this, you know what I mean? So nobody can frighten you with anything.
But it's also, well, in my mind, I come think completely different. I don't think it has to be luxury items for you to understand that you're used to this. Like, it don't have to be Birkin, or it don't have to be Louis Vuitton luggage set for you to know that I use the things. Because again, things is relative. Things can be a house in Dubai that your family owns, or things can be literally material things.
Yeah.
So it's also like how you were raised. Sometimes
Or your personality, because
it's
if
super super
you're
exposed, but you know that you're not super exposed, and you say, "Oh, I'm used to this," but you also know that somebody still can come here and play a rat trap with you with a trip or whatever it is. So it's also based on your like morals and values.
true.
Yeah,
Morals and
that's all.
values is a big part of it, but I feel like, let me tell you, because my all right, so I think Cardi B and Offset were spending within their tax bracket, because I feel like my father did
Sure.
those things for me when I was young. So like I would get, like, one of my first luxury bags was a Louis Vuitton bag. I still have it to this day. So it's just like, those little things just make it like, okay, a man buying me LV, okay, you know what I mean, or somebody. So, but then it goes down to your morals, because it's just like some girl gets it or some people get it and just say, oh, I want one more, right? Or I want more, I want them and want. You know what I mean?
Greed.
So it so stemming to our original convo in terms of um wealth having a look. You think this looks better. You want to portray a certain image, like, not wearing the same bag, not wearing the same clothes twice, doing this, doing that. So, in that sense, then maybe what Barita was saying, but maybe what Barita was trying to say, or just overall the idea that people have in their head when they see somebody who is wealth, or like wears all of these brands, it's for flashy purposes. Because is there a reason? I'm asking. This is me asking genuinely. Is there a reason for you to wear a brand, like, because of how things are now? So say you have a perfectly normal handbag that does the same functionalities, but you want this bag, right? But you never post it. Do you have the people? I don't know anybody like this. Do you have the people in the world who spend the hundreds of thousands on brands and actually just wear them in their everyday life, but they don't post it? It's not for social. Because I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of persons. I think there's a lot of persons like that. I know someone in particular that I met recently, and when you look, like when you actually like look, like it's fully decked out in luxury items.
Yeah.
However, she's not a flashy person. She's super down to earth. She isn't posting like, oh, the watch by the steering wheel, like no, because she's very grounded enough to know that these are just things, and it's not from a place of like frightenedness.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like I think people do that all the time. There are lots of people who just buy quality luxury items because they see the value in them.
Yeah,
Again,
so these things are genuine leather, all of them, something. So they're not
right.
I have
And
like bag I have probably from my young.
remember the bags, because those bags can double and triple in value.
Yeah.
So, and eventually they what you call it, resell them, and just kind of get rid of them because
there's certain prints that you can't get anymore, certain styles.
exactly.
Yeah.
And if you see that it's there, the style gone, like the style is like aged and they don't wear it anymore, they will just sell it back. And obviously about higher value than what they paid for, because they care for them, put them in the boxes, put them in the little drawstring bags that they came in, blah blah blah. So genuinely, there are people who are genuinely just buying luxury because it's just quality items that they do want to have and possess.
If that's the case, then or the idea that luxury has a look really don't make no sense.
But it does.
I guess it depends on
so why is it that as soon as somebody make a little money, like say a little rapper, make a little money, the first thing they do is they ice out? Why is that then?
All right.
Like
the rapper,
have the biggest.
I'm glad you bring that up, because you see the rapper, that's a lifestyle. Let me tell you why. Because you have to remember, with rap music, with any art, music or what art, if you see a Rasta man, zine, and you see him in a bag of chain, like jewelry chain, tattoo, you can say, them boy than a Rasta. Because of the lifestyle that the Rastafarianism faith presents. It presents humility, it represents humbleness, it represents unity. You understand what I say? So it's supposed to be very meek and simple. So like, when people see Jackie or post them, right? Them always just say, yo, flashy ras, whatever. But so it's like you get ridiculed as a Rasta if you are, and me not think Jackie are very, me not think Jackie or iced out like a little baby or one of them man there. You understand? I think him of a 1 and 2 chain, but me not think him too flashy in terms of, you understand? So, but people still ridicule him on them posts. But a little baby now, you understand what I'm saying? So like a little baby now is like the lifestyle. You're a rapper, like you're a rapper. When 21 Savage decided to stop wearing chains, and every interview he went on, they asked him, "Oh, you're not wearing any chains. Like, why you decided to stop wearing chains?" So instead of, so the is the lifestyle that I think you're around that makes you decide how to dress or how to operate or the type of things that you want to present to the world. Because it's like you're singing about this thing, you're presenting this superstar lifestyle because people love to see it. It's entertaining.
So, all right, fine, fair enough explanation. So, what about the man that just get it? The man that just make it in life. Him just gets a decent paying job, and the first vehicle him going to buy is a BMW. What do you say about that?
Oh, me thinking Michael. Michael. Me personally thinking Michael.
Again, because people value successful things like. It's a thing like you have to buy the newest luxury vehicle because, and I'm not knocking Jesus, I'm not knocking anybody who owns a BMW, like kudos to you, but I'm just saying that there is a notion that as soon as a guy make it in life, he wants a BMW, he wants a Benz, Benz, to accompany this new measure of success. And I personally don't think
a brown in a Benz and a Beamer.
I personally don't think that shows that you're at the pinnacle of your career or success. And me don't know, me just not think say that's the smartest.
I don't think it's I don't think it's a measure, but let me tell you, I just feel like everybody's. My friend explained this to me the other day because I had those same sentiments that you have, and yo, this friend think different. Big up yourself, Marissa. Marissa think different. Like, ugh. But she was just saying that everybody's goals in life is different. So, if your goal is this person don't mind paying rent for the rest of their life, right? But love car. So their goal was to think so them are go buy a car. Like that was for them goal. Everybody kind of have a different goal in life in terms of how them feel or how them want to operate, how them, So it's just like we can bash them and say, oh, you should have a house and have a car, but I'm not, we know it can't go buy.
Actually, a lot of successful people that live in Jamaica that you'd never know, they still rent and they are renting on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, they are renting because of many reasons, and one of them being that a house that you're not earning from is a liability, and people need to understand assets and liabilities, depreciating assets, and so on. So once it is that you're not earning money from the asset itself, it's either can be you're a depreciating asset or it can be a liability. So there are people making decisions based on, again, career goals or goals in general as to what they wanted to achieve, and just also being fiscally wise and super focused on their goals and investing. So they will own the houses that they're not living in them. The house they're not renting. The house that they own, they're renting to person. The house that they live in, they're renting as well. So yeah, I understand that completely. And for me, disclaimer, I'm not judging anybody who say he make it in their life and he wants to buy a Benz or a Beamer or any car that you please. Like, it's your money, by all means, whatever you want.
Jodi, I want like she nice. Me and judge you because you can't be my man. But no, me I tell you the truth. Me not go come on the podcast and be fake, but you couldn't be my man, personally speaking. But I know everybody after everybody, so me just I tell the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but let me tell you, because I'm big on ownership, I'm big on, having your own, like, I just feel like I feel like priorities, my priorities are, me want a house before me at 30, right? I want not necessarily a house that I live in, because I don't think the first home that I purchase needs to be the house that I live in. It can be a rental property, it can be a
I
rental
agree.
property, it can be whatever. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. You want your dream house. You think, yes, first house, dream house.
I think people need to understand, and let's be very clear, that your first home won't be a dream home, and your first car won't be a dream car. And if your first car is your dream car, that is just
big up yourself.
You did well. Kudos. Keep up the good work. But we just need to also just realize that we need to know how we measure the success and not rely on society's
social media plays a big part as well.
For sure.
Social media will make you thinking like you're 23, how you do have a house, how you do have certain things.
Yeah, right.
That's why the brand thing.
Or what them doing to get a house.
And I think that's where the brand thing comes in too, because people are like, oh, I want to put on a certain image. Even though some people are doing it for the love and them not do it for the likes.
Yeah.
Enough I do it for the likes and the lifestyle that they think that it presents, right? That people will I don't understand people even like you buy a fake bag, like you buy a fake belt, man them buy fake shoes just for post. And then the thing is, somebody said to me the other day, say you can see, like, for example, if you see certain, like, I've been to a party, and I've seen I've seen like a inner city youth have on like a real Gucci belt, right? But an uptown youth have on a fake Gucci belt, and everybody have the uptown one as real and the downtown as fake, and it's just so certain perception, because it's perception. So, for example, if certain people, if they buy certain brands, then they think it's real. Like, so like you don't know, so it's just.
I know somebody who feels very strongly about wearing fake brands, but that's a whole other story for a whole other time. But very like him get really upset when he see people wearing fake things, because it's just like, why are you going the lengths?
And you have nice things, so you can get that are not branded. I really
H&M have some good things, ASOS have some good stuff.
Hello, Zara? Hello. Yes, although those are brands, you know what I mean, but.
Yeah, not luxury brands though.
Not luxury brands. But yeah, I guess the point is, what's the moral of the story?
You must determine how you measure success, and don't make society tell you how to measure your success, because it's your success, not society's.
Yeah. And if you want to buy your things and you have your money, do it. If you're something there, my problem is
wear it, repeat it till it dawns.
And if you don't think we shop we will lick up with our money, comment below, because let me tell you, if you can afford it.
I have no problems, because it's little, very little.
If you have no your whole heap of money you can afford to spend it, do it. We're not judge you. Yeah, we are gonna show you with a little bit of money, like what government.
No.
Right. Jumping right in, you are tuned into the Good Girl podcast. Hello. So jumping right into the listener question. Yo, this one is the funniest one yet. The man says, yo, my sister is just a whore. How am I deal with that?
That's it?
Yeah.
Period, cool?
Period.
I also don't feel like it's actually, I feel very strongly about this. There's number one, how dare you call this sister a whore? Number two, did you know her body count? Is it that you're in the room every time that she's engaging? Number three, if she wants to engage with copious amounts of men, it's actually none of her business. Number four, it's about your wife. Tell me, is it because your friends telling you that your sister? Is it a jeering that you're getting from your friend group that is affecting you? Because I feel like maybe I generally wouldn't care if it is that people didn't highlight it here. I feel like 99.9% of that is true, and you're actually being jeered and you're upset because your friend must say, you're more, isn't me?
All right.
Stop.
I have two thoughts on this. If she's below 18, she need to go to bed, right? Because if she's young,
okay, good point.
She's your younger sister and she out here without fear, you don't know, and she's young.
Okay.
She need to go to bed. If she above the age of consent, right? And then there are also conditions. You never really give her much for work with.
No.
Are you minding her? Right? Like your house, like she pass a bag of man through your house. She endanger herself because even though she can't suppose she there with two.
Is she having unprotected like
It's not only
engagement?
in danger, like
Yeah.
in danger not only herself, but remember the listener that we had that say her friend always talk to some gunman or some scam.
Right.
So it's like, is she talking to them type of youth that is she endangering herself? Is she so it's like their whole heap of criteria. I have a friend that similarly used to always just call him sister or, but I think that you have to leave people to their own decisions. If she under the age of consent, lock it up. That is my advice. Like, me no business. What you have to do, beat her, put her out, like whatever you have to do, lock it up because she's not an adult. Like, what you're out here acting like an adult grown? Like, no, come out of my house. You understand what I'm saying?
What happened is I feel really strongly. There's something that I'm really triggered. Every time somebody say, like, if I hear somebody call a man call a female by a sexual slur, is what you would coin it, I guess. I get really triggered. Not because I was ever called any of these, but because I feel like, and what?
No. And you know, let me tell you why you shouldn't too. Because, like, recently this week, funny story. Mama take a story. So somebody said to me that somebody checked up on me, right? Just run a file, as they say. I mean, I say,
oh, child, the files, the infamous files.
Yes, say, if you did run the file and you find out some have take 100 man, you did go make 101. Not nobody that gonna stop you. Not nobody that gonna stop you, no babes. Not nobody that gonna stop you. You run the file, right? But you did go make 101, and you know you did go make 101. Hello? So to me too, them let me tell you, 2020 is not the year for you call no girl no girl no care. If you call me a whore or a hole, I'm gonna say periods. Like, that is not a disrespect. I feel like we've really, how we take back the word bitch, like, or those slurs or those anything like that, we've taken it back. Like, nobody, no, you cannot use that. So to me,
we're not phased. We're not being offended by the word.
Phased by that, because the thing is too, we know who we are. So for example,
your opinion doesn't define.
I know I'm not that, so I'm not gonna. If you wanna call me, And let me tell you too, it take man the slightest thing for call a girl or call a girl out her name or talk about a girl and say things or whatever. If she left you for your next man, she's a hoe. If she did it,
she's also crazy.
She's crazy. Like, it not take nothing for uno man talk out on the mouth settings. I mean, I don't know about you, Jodi, but every girl business me know, I want man me know it from. No girl ever tell me no girl business, right? But just I put that out there. So to me, but no, I'm like a jingbat friend. Them talk about him sister.
It's true.
I may say, as you said. So me, I go say, leave her alone. If she's over 18, right? You need to leave her alone. If she wants to do whatever she wants to do, if she wants to, as long as she's not endangering herself, endangering the well-being of the family, if she'll talk to Tom, Dick, and Harry, then it's her business. Right? As long as it's not somebody she's endangering, like, as long as she not bring like a scammer or like a gunman or somebody who can endanger your family home or whatever.
I can't understand. Like, I can never understand why the male species feels so compelled to defame people's character. So it's 99% of the time where guys feel like, oh, they're calling people out, they're calling the females out of their name because of information they've heard, not something that they've ever experienced or seen as facts. There's no facts to provide proof for this. It's just, oh, I hear say. And 99.9% of the time, men lie on it. And you know what the it is.
Listen to me.
Thank you.
First of all, your friend did look your sister and she never wants him.
Yep. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, dear.
You think so your friend, listen to me. Uno man, uno have no sense. At the end of the day, Is your sister. But probably, I would say, if you don't like
love her just
about her
same.
lifestyle, you need to sit down and have a conversation with her.
Almost, yes.
I feel like you was texting a podcast and saying my sister or I'ma deal with that. We ever tell you.
Kind of out of pocket.
Like sometimes I really feel like you guys sending things to hear our reaction, like about how we're going to react. Like,
no problem. I'll show you how we react.
I'll show you how I react. But it's just like, was you calling your sister? Like that don't make no sense. Have a conversation with your sister.
Yes.
And find out the root. If
you're incident.
And if she's young and she's doing these things, you need to find out it's not just to lock her up, but just to find out the roots of why she's she's so insecure. And if she's young and she's doing these things, a lot of her insecurity, I'm sorry, brother, probably comes from you. You haven't made her feel secure. There's a part, it could be or from family members or whatever, or just overall low self-esteem. So as her brother, you need to support her, build that up, and make her feel more comfortable.
Yes.
Right?
I agree. Period.
That is the Gabrielle podcast advice to you. And don't.
I'll be calling you music and stop carrying news. Thank you.
And don't be out there calling me sister, out there name like that. Like even if she's young or old, like don't be out there doing that. So,
it's wrong.
So yes, very not cute. So, that was the Gabrielle podcast. So. See you guys next week. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. The people want to DM way. Tag me on a little things when I
share the video there.
Share. So yes. Anyways, we miss you guys. I don't know when I'm gonna see Jodi again. And see some for the people who want to watch one video. Yes.
Bye guys.